Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing, Winston. Throw left side, taken in by Miller. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
First down, Tampa Bay.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I'm scared. Where do we go? 58's the mic. Go 58's the mic. Hey, let's get some power.
So the false start will back them up 5. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now Goff. Eluding the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
8 yards here, so that gets them back within striking distance. And now it's 3rd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
You better be ready. Hey, 76. 76.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And that is incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
Here's Ellington. Powerful running. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
Ready. White 25. Easy.
On the ground, it's Barber to start the drive. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
At the 27-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
We want it. Come, wait. 58's the money. Follow. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
To throw is Winston. Looking deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. The catch made by Miller. And now off off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scott Miller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. From the gun, here's Goff. Throw left side, completes a Cup. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
I think that was a pretty good read right there. They called him in zone defense and went to the hitch. And because they're in zone, that creates a natural space between the defenders and the receiver, able to get it to him quickly and let him get upfield.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Out of the gun. Goff. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To the air again. Goff. And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Hey, Echo. Ric Flair.
Just beating the play clock is gone. And this is incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there, and it's 3rd and short. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Flush to his right. Open man is Henderson. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the 1st down in the process. Goff on the draw play to Henderson. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Bang, 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 bang.
They'll try the left side. Brown. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Ringo. 14. 14. 54, right there. 54.
They'll try the air now with Goff. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The Rams on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Well, now they'll try the end around. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
But not a big gain with that play. But what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Come get some. Hey, even. Come on here. Hey.
From the gun, Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
It's 2nd down.
Ready. Black 22. 54. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Green,
Jameis to throw it. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It got his man complete. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. And even 50 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible.
And Winston lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So that right there was his 2nd pick, but keep in mind, this is a guy who once had a rare 3-interception game in his career.
So what are you saying? That getting 2 in a game, that's like kid stuff for him? That's nothing. He's already done that, right? Been there, done that. You know he wants a 3rd again.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. 2nd down, it's Henderson. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
4 down. General West.
On 3rd down, here's Henderson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
The Bucs take over. Get ready. At their own 23-yard line.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Hey, stop. Let's go. Check 4.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be a 2nd and long. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and long. Winston and a sack. They get to him defensively, but the flag comes in, and I think the D jumped. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. 2nd down, Winston. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Escaping the pressure right. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And that's going to make it 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Winston to throw for it on 4th. And Jameis is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters, and this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hut, 180. Value 3. Value 3. I'm coming.
Following the fumble recovery. Gone. And he spots Henderson open left side. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5. Up to the 25-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
11. Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. I don't think you got it, sir.
Goff. They got him in. It's Woods. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now it's gone. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Coming this way. Here we go.
Goff going to throw it. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory. And look at this. It's a fake. And he's going to let it go deep. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4. Even.
Following the interception, Winston. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Now Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Throwing, Winston. And he's going to go down again. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And to be frank, Charles, probably not too many people surprised at how this one turned out.
Yeah, I don't think so at all. I mean, they're such a good football team. They were at home. You know, you walked in and you looked at the advantages and you saw that they had most of them. It'd take a lot to try and even it up. I just thought 2 words for this ball game: methodical and predictable. And both of them came together.
So for L.A., it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.